Hi, my name's Bob Baker, and I'm running for your Board of Governors.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey Goldstein, and I'm running for your Board of Governors.
Hi, I'm Jackie Kaht. I'm running for your Board of Governors.
Hi, my name is Mike Schmidt. I'm running for your Board of Governors.
I'm concerned about how the board operates and functions. One concern is transparency. For example, at a recent meeting, a question was asked about the status of the lawsuit against the company that did the parking deck project, which incidentally ran way over schedule and over budget. When the answer was given, there were no hard details about how much money was on the table, what the status of the lawsuit was, and a question about a possible counter lawsuit was not answered in detail.
I agree with my partners here about why it's important about following up with proper bids, getting, time estimates, cost estimates. And one of the things that I'm also concerned about is the price that we will be paying for this repair project on the roof and in the garage and in the pool. We were told that once the emergency was over, that they were going to revert to using an AIA contract, which specifies how much the project is going to cost. We really need to tighten up on this. And the assessment was improperly presented to us. $12 million. We were told recently that it's approximately $2 million to do the roof, the pool, and the garage. Why don't you assess us $2 million for the immediate work? Let's get those things repaired and fixed and moving on properly, and then go to the next item and find out what it's going to cost, how long it's going to take, and assess for that amount of money. $12 million. That's just unreasonable.
So Jeff, as an example, it's a little bit hard right now to get an estimate on how much the rooftop and the pool repairs are going to be, since at this point we literally have not seen everything. Now, you and Mike both have a great deal of experience both in building and in project management. I wonder how you would approach that.
The right way to do it is the engineer has got to be more involved with getting us the prices of what it's supposed to cost to do this kind of work. They know what the material costs are. They know what the labor costs are. And albeit, we all understand that the labor costs have skyrocketed over the way things are going in our economy right now. Take that into consideration. Figure out what the prices are going to be and go forward. That's why it's up to $2 million now.
So, Mike,
But I thought the estimate on the roof was $3.5 to $4 million with the pool, not $2.
Mike, the truth is they've been jumping around with the numbers. We've heard several different numbers from them. Which ones are the right numbers?
No, we don't know.
How are we supposed to know?
As of this date, they spent $1 million to date, and they're still ripping apart the roof, and they still have to determine the true costs and get a real estimate and a fixed price contract.
That's very valid, and I totally agree with that. So finish the demolition, then go up there again with the engineer, let him write up a scope of work and find out what it's going to cost and rewrite the contract so that it's a 50-50 contract. 50% good for the contractor, 50% good for our association.
And then we can have more accountability where our money is being spent.
That's exactly what my point is. Thank you.
speaking of which, it's my understanding that what's been laid out so far in terms of the work is not the end of things. So we're all aware of the issues with the elevators. We're all aware of the issues with the fobs. We're all aware of the issues that may not be quite so obvious. For example, the various air conditioning repairs that have taken place in the building, piping issues for plumbing. All this is going to happen coming down the pike. Do we have a plan to appropriately finance, and make these repairs necessary? Any thoughts on that, gentlemen?
Well, my first thing is we're paying quarterly assessments right now. I'd like to know more accountability. Where is that money going and how is that spent on the money that we pay quarterly now, besides this additional money, and to see what money is allocated toward that kind of maintenance. And
So in other words, you'd like to know if we're actually saving money now, putting aside money now to deal with these future needs, which are not that far in the future, and there definitely will be needs.
Yes.
I also think that there should have been some accountability, and the unit owners should have been more enrolled in the conversation about whether or not we wanted a $12 million loan from a bank. That hurts a lot of people that have any intention to sell their apartment, because banks are not going to lend money on a $12 million assessment and a loan. That it's just not going to happen.
Now, I had heard that the maintenance crew was literally buying the exact same shade of paint that existed decades ago and has never been allowed or even encouraged to think of improvements. Is that right?
Right. Yeah, I talked to the workers in the building several times because I'm up early before I do a beach walk. And the painter right now that we have presently is required to use the same exact colors, let's say down in the garage area, that they've used for the last 30 years. And I would recommend that we should at least like pick some new colors out, or start as we replace areas and refurbish them, get it done correctly, and not waste the money putting the same colors back again.
You know, I wanted to add something. Several people have talked to me about, excuse me, about the lobby. That they think that the lobby is old and should be modernized. And I think we should look into that too. Find out what it would cost to, bring a company in and figure out what it would cost to improve the lobby a lot.
So let's say, look, we've already discussed that perhaps we'd like to allocate some money. This is not likely to be an extremely high cost project. On the other hand, a little bit of planning and a little bit of foresight as to how we present ourselves can go a long way.
Yeah, that's true.
We would like to thank you for your time in looking at this video. It is no exaggeration to say that this is the most important board election in our building's history. What is decided in this election will affect your finances and the quality of your life in this building. The four of us, Mike, Jeff, Jackie, and myself, are running together because we want to have enough votes to make sure that the changes that are needed in this building go forward, are appropriately supervised and appropriately financed. Thank you.